Welcome back to the Delaware Way. I'm Larry Menti, and I'm pleased to be joined now by Bruce Elliott, who does the mornings at News Radio WILM in Wilmington. We had the county executive in here just a moment ago. I asked him about President Obama wanting to move some of the children who came to this country illegally and are now at the border to Delaware, and specifically to Newcastle County. I think it's fair to say that he punted on the question.
He finessed.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Yeah,
but look, that's the position of the entire state, is to try to finesse it. Gee, we'd love to have them, but we just have nowhere to put them. I mean, that seems to be on both parties. That's kind of where they are. Well, gosh, it'd be great to have them here, but we have nowhere to put them. But if some private organization wants to put them up, then that's fine. But I think governmentally, the chance of illegal alien children being here is pretty slim.
Yeah, he said we don't have the resources at one point. And then I said, well, how about if it came with money? And he even punted on that. He said, well, if the governor says. But you think the chances are slim? There's
huge resistance in both parties for this. My role in the morning is not to take an advocacy position, but I have the opportunity to bring people on and they state their positions on some issues. And the folks that I've had on the air on this issue in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, are uniformly against the idea in both parties. So this isn't a Republican issue or a Democratic issue. This is people simply saying, fix it in Texas and New Mexico, don't fix it here.
Is it an economy issue?
No, I don't think so.
It has nothing to do with...
Nor do I think it's nativism. I think that generally the feeling is, you know, there might be a better solution. The initial proposal from the president was, what, $3.7 billion? And somebody did the math. You can actually buy each of these kids a one-way first-class ticket home and buy them a used car when they got there for half of that amount of money. So, I mean, there's a real question as to devotion of money and whether or not bringing kids into this community or any community basically is simply easing a pathway for amnesty 12 months from now.
Let's talk about the I-495 bridge. And one of the things that I've been pushing for is where's the investigation into what happened? Because this dirt has been piling up for years. Somebody must have noticed. And I would think that this guy who has contracts with the state knew that he needed a contract for this. Did someone somewhere approve this? Now, we named this show the Delaware Way, and I understand the Delaware Way is everybody in the state knows each other and everybody cooperates with each other, and nobody accuses each other. So you have state agencies involved and a city agency involved, and nobody's taking any responsibility. Does there need to be a federal investigation?
No, I think somebody has to grow up and say that I messed up. And that probably is not going to happen. Nor do I think that there's going to be a federal investigation. This is a Democratic administration in Washington.
It's a federal property.
But it's a Democratic administration in Washington. And the chances of them going after the home state of the vice president and his particular political machine, I think that that's a slim chance. I think actually the better chance is to do what my producer suggested with that bridge and simply put ramps on either end like Evel Knievel and have people do it in that fashion. That's a higher chance, I think, than an investigation.
One other thing that the county executive said is that the key to financial stability, the key to the financial future for Wilmington and also for the county is the Port of Wilmington, and that they have to start investing money in that, and that if that fails, everybody fails. Is that fair?
Well, I don't know. The banks don't seem to like us as much as they used to. There are other choices now. I do think that we have an opportunity to put in one very long pier in the Newcastle area. And have the larger container ships and the deep water ships come into there. And I know that the county exec has taken a look at that. But beyond that, I've not looked at the economics of it. The property he's looking at in Newcastle does have a whole bunch of rail lines going into it, so you'd be pretty well set if you could actually put a long pier in there. The question is, how much pushback is there going to be from the local community, from the EPA, from other stakeholders in this who just don't want to have those massive container ships coming in on a regular basis in their neighborhood.
Bruce Elliott, it was great to meet you. You were wonderful. Please, can you come back?
We can do that.
And
where can... shirt.
Okay. I know, but tell people where they can hear you, because I'm going to be listening now.
Which camera am I on? There you go. 1450 WILM or 1410 WDOV online. It's WILM.com or WDOV.com. And I will change your tires for you if you listen.
There you go. What an offer. We'll be back with some final thoughts in a moment.